What do you know now that you wish you knew when you were searching for a job?
I wish I would have known that there are so many bad recruiters out there. I'm not. There really is, and I'm saying it because I don't want you guys to take things personally. Um, this just happened to me 2 weeks ago, and I want to share this story. So, the CEO of a new startup reached out to me and said, "Hey, I need to build my clinical vertical. Your LinkedIn profile looks perfect. I'm introducing you to my recruiter. I want you guys to chat. I will always talk to everybody because I want to build the network, regardless if I'm looking for a job or not. I have conversations." I spoke to the recruiter who had no clinical experience and about 4 years of recruiting experience. And after 25 minutes, I guess she felt I wasn't qualified for this role. That's fine. That's her job. She's the gatekeeper. No harm, no foul. I'm not really looking. But she said to me, the last thing she said to me was, I will get back to you. This was on a Thursday. So I'll get back to you Friday or Monday with potential next steps. I waited purposefully about a week and a half. I emailed her and the CEO saying, I waited because I didn't want you to think I was a disgruntled candidate. I'm reaching out because, and I called her out by name. You are everything that my colleagues and I in the recruiting business cannot stand. How dare you ghost me? And then I said to the CEO, if she's ghosting the CEO's referral, what is she doing to non-candidates? I said, if I was vindictive, I would have slaughtered you on Glassdoor and LinkedIn and everywhere else on social media. I said, but I'm not going to do that because I like the mission of your company and I don't want to make it harder for you to recruit. I said, I've got 2 words for you: do better. And I put them in capitals and said, good luck, sincerely, Artie. I am at the stage of my career where I have no problem calling out individuals. I'm probably going to call out somebody on Amazon as well in a couple of days. So don't take it personally when you run into a bad recruiter, because there's a lot of really good ones out there that hate these people. And there's 3 of them on this call right now.
That was great, Artie. Thank you for sharing that. I'm sure we all saw it. There was a viral story where a recruiter posted about um, purposely lowballing a candidate because, honestly, like no real reason, no rhyme, anything. And I believe she was on the agency side of recruiting, but yeah, she posted about it as if that was something to be like proud of. Like, you got to read the room, please, everyone, read the room. There are certain things that you may not want to post about because you're not in this time. Viral happens, and viral can happen to anybody. So,
candidate market, like,
yeah,
the last thing I want to do, there's 2 things I tell people is, one, I want to make sure you have all the information you need. So at the end of this process, if we want to make an offer, it's an easy decision for you one way or the other. And it could be a no, and that's fine.
right.
But I want to be upfront with you. I'm upfront about salary from the jump because I don't want to lowball them at all. And if I can't afford you, that's cool. No harm, no foul. But lowballing candidates is a horrible thing to do. And it's okay to negotiate back. But if I say to you, this is what I can do, and in your head, you say, I can't accept that, don't go through the process and then try to negotiate with me at the end. I'm telling you, this is the best that I can do based on our budget from the first conversation.
Absolutely. I think when I think back to the earlier days of job searching, and it can be such a grind, unfortunately. Unemployment is still pretty low. There's a lot of hiring going on. There's a lot of people either actively on the market, passively on the market. So it's kind of wild right now. A lot of us have requisitions that easily received 200 applications, maybe more. So I think I wish I realized how much a job job searching can be. I don't think I realized that coming out of Brooklyn College. I was like, oh, I have internships. It's going to be great. It took me almost maybe solid 9 months to land a real job. And that was with good internships. That was with like, oh, Brooklyn College, like, got me ready. Like that was with everything. And I thought I was going to like have it easy. I didn't have it easy at all. And this was 2011, 2012. So I know it's nowhere close to being any easier now. So any way you can stay organized in this search is going to be good for you. I remember when I was like really actively job hunting a few years ago, I had an Excel spreadsheet going. Like I put the date I applied to a job, the title, the location. I saved the PDF version of the job description just in case the job was taken down before I got a phone call, so that I can look back on the job description and reference that as I went through the process. So I get it. It's a grind. Have grace with us right now. There's a lot happening for us right now to do your best to stay motivated and to stay organized so that you are taking control of your search and you are showing up the best way you can as you have all of these conversations that I know you're probably going to be having. And bear with us. It's a lot going on right now for recruiters. So
Raymond, before you jump on, let me just say this one other thing. Nobody can get you a job. The best anybody can do is get you an interview. You have to get yourself the job. And you have to understand that each stage of the interview, your job is to get to the next stage of the interview, because you can't get a job on the first stage with us. You can't probably get it with the hiring manager stage, but you can lose it at any one of those stages. So that's your job until you get the job.
Yeah, totally agree. I mean, I think referrals are one thing, but after the referral, that's all on you. You still got to do the research and do the homework. But +1 to Janelle, because after I graduated with my degree, I think I had like 6 months where I was unemployed. I graduated with a marketing degree and I was like, man, what am I going to do? I don't even know what a marketing job is. Like I was applying into all these marketing coordinators. And I was reading the job description. I was like, I have no idea what any of this means, but I got a degree in this, so that means I have to do this. But it's not true at all. I think the thing with getting like a bachelor's or just getting your degree, right? A lot of people kind of pigeonhole themselves into like, hey, I have to find a job that is related to my major. That's not always true, right? If you can do something that's related to your major, great. I'll be honest, I don't think I've used a lick of my marketing knowledge in recruiting, and I think I do okay right now. But yeah, just keep an open mind to the jobs that you can take after you graduate college. Just like Janelle, I had a spreadsheet of jobs that I was applying into. I had the dates, I had the recruiters, I had like potential referrals that I could have gotten for these jobs. Like if you don't have a job right now after you graduate college, make it a job to find a job, right? It's a grind. It's definitely hard. There's a lot of opportunities now, especially since so many companies are remote right now. So that opens up a lot more opportunities for you because you don't have to stay in the New York City or like the Brooklyn area. Yeah, just it's a grind to find the job and keep an open mind. But also, I think just going back to interview advice, don't put your interviewer on a pedestal, right? At the end of the day, they're another human being. They're not any better of a person than you are. I think it's very, very natural to go into your first couple of interviews being super nervous, thinking this person's interviewing me, they're like a god or something. But at the end of the day, they're just another human being. Just have a normal conversation. Just like, I think some advice that someone told me once is go into that interview feeling like you're talking to a friend that you haven't spoken to in a while, right? Like you're just catching up with someone. So that way you're not nervous going into this interview, and like you're not trying to be someone that you're not.
That's a great advice, Raymond. That really is. I haven't heard it put that way, but you're right, because that's what I tell people all the time is it's just a conversation, and good recruiters will get a lot of their questions answered just by talking and never even having to ask the questions. There are definitely going to be times where you run into that robot where it really feels transactional, where it's question, answer, question, answer. Don't let that dissuade you from being personable. Just because they're a robot doesn't mean you have to match them in being a robot and being transactional. Have that personality, because chances are that recruiter who's transactional realizes that that's how they recruit, but the hiring manager could probably appreciate the conversational and the personality that you bring, like Raymond said early on. So be yourself and bring the energy, like Janelle said, bring your personality. That's what we want to talk to. Challenge us with really thought-provoking questions. Somebody, one of the questions, how do you stand out? Standing out is by asking me questions that I need to think about, and I'm not on autopilot on.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. I think if I'm on back-to-back calls for like 4 hours, it naturally just gets very transactional for me. But when someone breaks that cycle and kind of throws oh, the weather is great today, or like, I'm looking forward to this vacation that I'm going on, then that snaps me out of that transaction mode and like snaps me out of that robot phase. And I can just go back to remembering like, hey, this is just another cool person that I'm talking to.
Make sure to check out the My Career tab on the BC Navigator app, where you can track your career progress based on the amount of credits you've earned, stay updated on upcoming events from the Magner Center, and watch our videos for insight and advice on your career field.